Some songs did not just play on a radio. They lived inside people's lives. Inside heartbreaks, late-night drives, family cookouts, and memories that never faded. Then the artist disappeared. No second hit, no long career, just one timeless record left behind while the world moved on. But between 1973 and 1990, R&B created songs so honest, so soulful, and so emotional, they still sound better than most music today. This is Beyond the Beat. Number 10, Native New Yorker, Odyssey. By 1977, disco was everywhere. But Native New Yorker felt different from the moment it arrived. While most dance songs of the era chased glitter and excess, Odyssey created something unexpectedly emotional. Beneath the smooth groove and dance floor rhythm was a lonely story about surviving life in New York City. The vocals sounded warm but distant. The production felt elegant but cold at the same time. That contrast became the soul of the record. Listeners connected to it because it sounded real. It captured the exhaustion of city life while still giving people something beautiful to dance to. The song crossed over to pop audiences and became Odyssey's signature hit. But somehow the group never repeated the same magic again. Still, decades later, Native New Yorker remains one of the smoothest records of the disco era. But the next song sounded even more intimate. Number 9, Watching You, Slave. Some grooves never age. Watching You is one of them. Released in 1980, the song blended funk, soul, and early electronic production into something hypnotic. The bass line crawls through the speakers. The synths glow underneath the rhythm, and the groove feels almost impossible to escape. Slave had other records, but this became the song that survived everything. Hip-hop producers sampled it for years. DJs kept it alive in clubs. Entire generations discovered it without even knowing where the groove originally came from. That is the power of a truly timeless record. What makes Watching You special is restraint. Nothing feels rushed. The band lets the groove breathe, pulling listeners deeper into the rhythm every second. And somehow, the next song managed to sound even smoother.
But now that I'm here...
Number 8, Love Jones, Brighter Side of Darkness. There's something haunting about Love Jones. Maybe it is the falsetto vocals. Maybe it is the dreamy production. Or maybe it is the fact that the group members were barely teenagers when they recorded it.
What's happening, babe?
Released in 1972, Brighter Side of Darkness created one of the smoothest soul slow jams of the entire decade. The song felt innocent, emotional, and strangely mature at the same time. It became a quiet classic almost immediately.
Did you miss me over the weekend?
Late-night radio embraced it. Couples played it endlessly. And over time, Love Jones turned into one of those records older generations passed down to younger listeners. But despite the success, the group never found another hit.
If you did, I'm sorry.
Which somehow makes the song feel even more magical now. One perfect moment frozen forever. And the next artist knew exactly what heartbreak sounded like too. Number 7, Break Up to Make Up, the Stylistics. Nobody did heartbreak quite like the Stylistics. Released in 1973, Break Up to Make Up transformed emotional exhaustion into pure soul music. Russell Tompkins Jr.'s falsetto sounds almost fragile, floating over lush strings and soft instrumentation like somebody trying to hold a relationship together in real time. And that vulnerability made this song unforgettable. Break up to make. There is no anger in the record, no screaming, no dramatic explosions, just sadness. Real sadness. The kind people recognize instantly because they have lived through it themselves. The Stylistics had chart success throughout the decade. But this song became one of those records that emotionally outlived its era completely. Even now, it feels painfully human. But the next song traded heartbreak for pure late-night seduction. Number 6, Float On, The Floaters. No song sounds more like a slow dance in a dimly lit room than Float On. Released in 1977, the record became instantly recognizable because of its spoken word introductions, where each member described his zodiac sign before the music fully opened up. It sounded smooth, romantic, confident, and audiences loved it. The groove itself feels weightless. The harmonies drift across the track effortlessly while the bass line quietly keeps everything moving underneath. But what really made Float On unforgettable was atmosphere.
And if you understand what I'm saying, I want you to.
The song does not just play, it surrounds you. That dreamy quality helped it become a massive crossover hit, even though the Floaters never managed to recreate the same success again. And if Float On sounded romantic, the next song sounded devastating. Number 5, Oh Honey, Delegation. Some songs feel like memories the second they begin. Oh Honey is one of those songs. Released in 1977 by British R&B group Delegation. The record blended silky harmonies, soft grooves, and emotional vulnerability into something almost hypnotic. The production is gentle. The vocals sound intimate. Everything moves with patience. That softness became the song's superpower. Years later, hip-hop artists would sample it repeatedly, introducing Oh Honey to entirely new audiences who instantly connected with its warmth. Because beneath the smoothness is longing. Real longing, the kind that never really disappears. And the next record turned loneliness into a masterpiece. Number 4, If You Think You're Lonely Now, Bobby Womack. This was not just a hit record, it was therapy. When Bobby Womack released If You Think You're Lonely Now in 1981, listeners immediately felt the pain inside it. His voice sounded rough, scarred, exhausted, and completely honest. Nothing about the performance feels polished. That is exactly why it works. Every line sounds lived in. Every pause feels real. The song became one of the defining Quiet Storm records of the early 80s because it captured emotional loneliness better than almost anything else on the radio. And decades later, it still hurts in the exact same way. But the next artist created a groove so smooth, it practically became permanent in black culture itself. Number 3, Before I Let Go. Maze featuring Frankie Beverly. Some songs stop being songs. They become traditions. Before I Let Go became part of life itself. Cookouts, weddings, family reunions, summer evenings. The second this record starts playing, everybody knows the words. Released in 1981, the song blended funk, soul, and emotional storytelling into something timeless. Frankie Beverly sounded warm, imperfect, and deeply human, which made listeners trust every word he sang. That emotional honesty is why the song survived for generations. Not because it chased trends, because it felt real. And while Before I Let Go became a cultural anthem, the next record changed slow jams forever.
Whisper sweet words of love.
Number 2, Turn Off the Lights, Teddy Pendergrass. By the end of the 1970s, nobody sounded more commanding than Teddy Pendergrass. Then he released Turn Off the Lights, and suddenly, R&B became quieter, more intimate, more dangerous.
Love you all over, yeah.
The song barely moves at first. Soft electric piano, gentle drums, silence between phrases. And then Teddy's voice enters like a whisper directly into the listener's ear. That restraint changed everything. The record helped define Quiet Storm radio and created the blueprint for grown, late-night R&B throughout the 1980s. Even now, the song still feels seductive without trying too hard. And somehow, there was still one forgotten classic left. One song that captured pure emotion better than almost any other record of its era. Number 1. Can We Talk? Tevin Campbell. Most love songs try to sound confident. Can We Talk sounds nervous. And that is exactly why it became timeless. Released in 1993, Tevin Campbell captured something most R&B singers avoid: vulnerability. He sounds unsure of himself, scared to approach someone, terrified of rejection. But that fear made the song feel real. Babyface's production stays simple and emotional, allowing Tevin's voice to carry the entire record. No distractions, no unnecessary tricks, just emotion. And because of that honesty, Can We Talk became one of the most beloved slow jams ever recorded. Decades later, people still stop whatever they are doing when the opening notes begin, because real emotion never expires. These songs may have only given their artists one massive moment in the spotlight, but they gave listeners memories that lasted forever. That is the power of classic R&B. Not perfection, not trends, emotion. Now tell us in the comments, which forgotten one-hit wonder still hits you the hardest today? And what classic deserves to be featured in Part 2? Subscribe to Beyond the Beat for more deep dives into timeless soul, forgotten R&B classics, music history, and the records that shape generations.